Talk about the difference coaching the different age groups, especially when they're real young, like the tots. What's your emphasis? What's your focus there? And then how does that change or remain continuous throughout?
For sure, man. The tots come in just 1 day a week. In my opinion, these kids don't need too much more than that. But we like to keep it fun. We just like to have a good time. Sometimes I say the tots group is a glorified daycare center. Don't expect to come in there and learn a roll through till or anything else like that. We're trying to keep a upbeat, happy, positive energy environment for them to love the sport as a young kid, get some life lessons along the way. I always make sure that I'm talking to them about things that are way more than wrestling, like listening, paying attention, believing in yourself. So the 9 o'clock group is really about 15 minutes warm up. Do some games, some takedown lines. You kind of get everybody in order, kind of do a double leg on five different guys, rotate. Added in a half this week. But for the most part, it's really just having a good time, getting a good workout, getting a good sweat. And then there's like a 15-minute breather for me in between, and I kind of have to shift gears because the next group that comes in, they do have wrestling experience, they have match experience, they've been at it for a few years. So the tempo it's still the same vibe. We're still having a good time, but we're in there to work. We're in there to feel a little bit of struggle in 2025. My opinion, depending on what kind of household you grow up in, things are a little bit soft out there, if you will. So if they have to feel a little bit of toughness on the wrestling match, my opinion, that's a hidden blessing for these kids because real life is coming, and real life is not this soft serve Dairy Queen that we like to give our kids here and there. So definitely more intense, but still great energy. I'm all about energy, and I just want these kids to have a good enough time, struggle enough. I kind of do these things. I'm like, hey, raise your hand if you felt a little struggle throughout practice today. The kids will raise their hand. I'm like, that's a good thing because your parents aren't giving it off to you, but your parents are feeling struggle every single day, and they're getting back on the mat.
Right. Absolutely. And then talk about how you so looking at that big life picture, obviously, and then also how you give a balanced approach to the sport, especially at these younger ages. That we spoke about this yesterday over the phone about, hey, it's good these kids play other
Yeah.
sports too, which is keeping it fun, keeping it light. We're looking
Yeah.
more at the long term, and also it helps aid their wrestling.
Yes, absolutely. I really do feel that it's very important for kids to play multiple sports. Now, I'm not talking to the small percentage of guys out there that we both know and see in the NCAAs and everything. I'm talking more to the masses. I do believe that there are kids that could start wrestling at a very young age, go all in on just wrestling, and be able to have a successful career, successful life. But the masses, I personally feel that